Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Chris, who said there's no room for compromise when it comes to a woman's individual freedom? I support abortion rights free from any intervention or pressure from the government.
Penelope Pitstop.
No, Melania Trump.
Oh.
Wow. Who said individual freedom is a fundamental principle I safeguard? Without a doubt, there's no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth, individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean? Who said that?
Dick Dastardly.
No, that would be Melania Trump.
Oh.
Who must
Wait,
be
what?
ready to make a run for it. She's talking about freedom, just saying.
Oh my God, I'm sort of shocked. This isn't from her book?
Yes. That's actually on video.
She does write about it in her book too. Yeah.
Oh, It'd be best if
I wouldn't be surprised if
someone
had a couple.
Is in prison.
I'm sure she's like, give me one heir, and then everything else we're getting rid of.
Yeah.
Don't you love that she's probably rooting for him to go to prison more than any of us?
Oh, she just wants to be free.
Exactly. These Republicans, we were just in Durham, North Carolina, and as if Mark Robinson could get any more horrible, right? The candidate for governor. But so he blew off, speaking of not showing up for votes, he blew off an emergency declaration vote for his own state as the hurricane barreled toward the East Coast. He was the lone council member not to vote for North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper's request to declare a state of emergency last week. Robinson, despite blowing off the emergency declaration vote, has been attacking Cooper on the campaign trail for not doing more to help residents in his state. They are just shameless.
Yeah.
They really are. Luckily, even his own colleagues are calling him out on that and saying this is not the time, because it's not. This happened before the storm even hit. Roy Cooper was asking for things to bypass some of the red tape that goes on in the state, and he's the only vote that did not come through. Yeah. And it was over email. You didn't even have to show up.
Yeah. So Karl Rove says J.D. Vance's performance is not going to move the needle for the Trump campaign. It's not going to affect the polls. He said the first debate where Trump was widely seen in the polls and observers to have lost, it didn't affect the polls. The vice presidential debate is not going to affect the polls either. Presidential debates and vice presidential debates do not tend to affect things, particularly vice presidential debates. But if anything, it's helped Walz and Harris, right? I mean, his favorability has gone through the roof, and we're 20 points higher than J.D. Vance. And I think I think that great ad they got out of it, because the whole moment where you said the coach won it in the fourth quarter was, getting him on the record about whether Trump lost in 2020, right?
And that is the last thing. And this, even in comedy shows, everything we do, people enjoy the first 45, 55, 65 minutes, but it's that last 5 minutes you leave them with that they are going to remember. And it was damning that he wasn't able to answer that question about January 6th. So I'm glad he got it at the end. In Walz, it's not his best platform, and he knows that, and he still showed up and he kicked his butt, and it was a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah. That being said, please, God, let Donald Trump take more of Kellyanne Conway's horrible advice.
God.
Right? Because she's like, no, you should debate again. You should do it again. It's real good what you did. Tell the story about the rabbits again.
Oh my God.
And also, he does seem drunk.
He sounds
or drunk
just
or
something's
something.
not right. Something is not right.
Yeah.
Are you going to let that be the last word of presidential debates of this season, end of your career, or are you going to want one more?
So I'd rather debate. I'd rather have another one. The problem is we're so far down the line. And also, I had a 3-on-1 debate last time. So I debated and I must say, CNN was very fair. And then I had the other debate, and ABC was totally crooked.
I had the other bait.
Oh, he's such a whiny little bitch. I can't stand the whining anymore. Did you see he threatened to sue David Muir?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so ridiculous. And he apparently is still stewing that Brett Baer and Britt Hume said he lost the first debate. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's just such a whiny little sore loser. Well, election season is a sweet time of the year, right? As candidates coat their messages with lots of sugar to get your vote. Yeah, I said that. Now you can enjoy the sweetness of the election with authentic candidate cookies with the likeness of Kamala and Donald on your favorite butter cookie made by the famous deli in Chicago, Max and Benny's. You can purchase these once-in-a-lifetime cookies on the Stephanie Miller, Tom Harmon, and John Fugelsang websites. To order, go to our websites, click on the banner for cookie candidates, or go directly to their website, cookiecandidates.com.